UnArt television is reporting today from Cologne. It is the 25th June of 2014. It's a great honor for me to get the founder members of the band Blondie, Chris Stein and Clem Björk. Hello, they are back for 3 concerts in Germany after 10 years. And the reason is the 14th anniversary you're celebrating. Yesterday you've played in Hamburg. Can you give me some impressions?
Well, he's a huge Beatles maniac, so we were playing right next to the...
We played in the venue, the Gross Fahrenheit, which in the basement is the Kaiserkeller, where the Beatles performed with Rory Storm and the Hurricanes, so I was very impressed about that. I visited Germany many times, and I had someone take me around the Reeperbahn to show me the various venues and the pubs and hangouts of the Beatles, so I was really happy about that. And our concert was great. We had a really great time. Cologne and Hamburg actually are probably my 2 favorite cities in Germany. I spent a lot of time in Cologne making records with Connie Plank with a band called Eurythmics. So it's great. It's great. I love this part of Germany a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Berlin was your start. How was it?
It was great, except the PA wasn't on for the first song of the first set there. So yeah, but we just did it twice. It was kind of interesting and weird. So not just ever happened before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the response has been great in general. While we've been in the country. Yeah.
Okay. On May the 13th, you have released the 40th ever, which includes a new collection of songs entitled Ghost of Download and the Redux Greatest Hits and a special DVD. I've summed up all tracks, and they are 39.
Okay.
Was it planned?
That's nobody figured that out. That's counting the DVD too, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the deluxe edition. Yep.
Interesting. Actually, I really met Debbie, I think, 41 or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
In 73, whatever that is. So I guess that's 41 years. Yeah. But interesting. Could put one more track on there.
Okay. So it wasn't planned.
No.
Okay.
That is interesting.
Okay. I'm really thrilled.
You're the first one to mention that. Out of all the obsessive fans, I would think somebody would have thought of that already. But who knows?
Okay. I'm really thrilled about the album Ghost of Download.
Nice.
It has how can I describe it? It has a deep spirit and groovy sounds. But it is true in line with the independent and new wave and punk elements of the early 80s. What motivates Blondie to reinvent itself but always stay true in a unique way? Have you researched for this?
I've always been a huge David Bowie fan, and he always was changing up what he was doing from one record to the next. So, it's just, I don't know if it's all about David Bowie, but it's just the people I admire did a lot of different styles.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep the genesis of what the band is about in the sound, and then obviously as time goes on, there's other influences that come into play. Chris is very influenced by Latin music at the moment, so that comes into play on this particular CD. It's always important for us to create new music, whether or not it becomes the success that the older songs have become is almost irrelevant in a lot of ways, because as artists we want to continue to make new music. And when we reformed in the middle 90s, that was the main agenda, was to make some new music, and then we had the hit with Maria, and that enabled us to continue. And so now we're 3 or 4 new albums in since we've reformed. And we just like to, as artists, we need like to create new music, but we also like the hits, the older songs, the songs that mean a lot to people, and we like to play those as well.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. The video Mother, which you've made and released in 2011, who's idea? Was it, Chris, was it your
It was
idea?
just a very, it was a
Zombies?
It was
Who
a
else
big
would we
period for zombies.
Okay.
Who knows, It was only moderately successful.
I'd
Yeah.
probably have bunny rabbits instead of zombies.
Yeah, okay. I think you have a lot of fun of it.
The killer bunnies.
Okay. Have you thought about a reunion of your old show you've made in the early or in the middle 70s? You've made a TV show, Crazy.
Oh, that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is going on. No, they shot like 3 episodes. I don't know if they got it placed anywhere. Glenn is responsible for that TV party you are referring to. Yeah, he's trying. It's online. If you look online, you can find it.
Oh, okay. Well, a question about, I think it is your second release, and it was my first LP when I
Is the
got
actual?
a fan of.
Is that the actual one?
It's an original my mother bought in 1979, and yeah.
That's always
The only stuff
inner sleeves are good.
Yeah, this is always interesting.
Yeah. And this is my first contact with it.
Clockwork Orange and this year's model next to each other.
Yeah.
It's funny.
So the title is only because that sign was
Yeah, the
in
sign was
picture,
on the street.
plastic letters.
Yeah.
That's why we
That's
called
why
it
the title.
Okay. Can you give me a short story about the photo shooting? Do you remember this?
Well, yeah, we shot pictures that were much better than these in Los Angeles, but the record company decided they were too punk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened to the
Yeah.
Parallel Lines album as well. We did a photo session with the designer Steven Sprouse, and those were rejected as well for the Parallel Lines cover.
And they actually looked kind of like the No Exit
No, they're
cover,
amazing.
And
Yeah, we did a very quick reshoot for this cover in Manhattan. I believe that back is at the Gramercy Park Hotel, in a room in the
Yeah,
Gramercy
maybe,
Park
yeah.
Hotel. And it's very minimal.
But
And,
the original ones are with Debbie's wearing a pillowcase which is wrapped
Yeah.
with
Okay.
red tape. They're all out in the world now.
And ironically, some of those photos that Chris just mentioned wound up on a Blondie Greatest Hits album
Yeah.
20 years later,
Yeah.
which were deemed too, I don't know what at the time.
Yeah.
Debbie's
They
in a
said they
pillow.
were too
Debbie
punk.
took a pillowcase and wrapped her
Yeah.
tape around it, and she looked great, And
They're just lusher photographs. They have more atmosphere.
I'm not
about
sure
it.
why there's a police car on the front of that.
Yeah,
remember why.
I remember that was like a police. That was a special, smaller police car that the police department rented out for use in photo shoots and films. It wasn't an actual police car.
And my shirt's on inside out on purpose.
Okay. Thank you for the story. Great. What was my early thoughts about when I was young? What have I thought and what are the remembers of this?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. What was the first instrument you've ever played?
Me, it was probably guitar.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse guitar.
Oddly, I had a snare drum when I was a little kid. So there you go. Before I had a guitar,
Yeah.
I had a snare drum. Yeah.
I played saxophone at school for a
Oh,
while.
really?
Yeah.
Oh. But you've given up or?
Yeah, drums I preferred.
Okay. Well, the next question is maybe a little bit philosophical. I've asked this question every artist and band. If there's an universal energy, just like maybe somebody called God, the others called with other names, if he would come to you and would say, shit, I've panned with mankind. Can you give me a little tip? What can I do better? What would you answer spontaneously?
What can God do better for mankind?
Yeah?
Well, if there is a God, no war.
Yeah?
I think
No poverty, no war.
I think God is beyond our conception. I think man has made God in his own image rather than the other way around, which is how they say it, So I don't think. I think God is more probably like a wild animal. He may not have a consciousness that we could understand. So, but what could he do better? I don't know. Get rid of cars and cell phones.
I don't think that's
I
a
think the
good
human
idea.
race was really fine without cars or cell phones.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah. Okay.
No spaceships, right?
spaceships are right. They don't pollute as much.
Okay. Yeah. Well, internet is it a blessed curse?
Hypocrisy at its finest.
I don't know. It's a double-edged sword. You're the one who says it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, it is. The internet is.
The internet
It's an
is
invasive
cool.
thing. It allows people to propagate a lot of BS over to a large amount of people, and which I don't think is a good idea.
The internet was made for three things: porn, cat videos, and complaining.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. There's the old people's computer. Just two buttons on it: a porn button and an email button. That's it.
Okay. What is planned for the future?
Keep recording. I'd like to, try to get music out a little faster. But it's a slow process, especially when you're doing a collection. Maybe we work on one song at a time.
The plan for the future is to continue. I think we all planned on living forever, so we're just going to continue doing what we do.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's no plan to stop at this point.
Okay.
I mean, we're musicians. We're lifelong musicians and artists. So this is kind of what we do.
Yeah, I've got a book coming out in September. Photos.
This year?
Yeah,
Okay.
soon, 2 months.
Hmm?
So.
Yeah, I actually have a CD coming out, a side project of mine called The Empty Hearts. It's coming out in August through Universal.
Yeah, I've read this in
Yeah, I'm
Universal.
excited about that.
Yeah.
We all do little things outside of the home base is Blondie for us, and it enables us to do other creative things, along the way.
Debbie's been doing some comedy in New York.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a lot going
There's
on.
a lot to do, and a lot of planned. Thank you for the interview, and wish you all the best for
Yeah.
future. And,
Thank you very much.
For
Thank you
Break a
for
Leg
your
on stage.
support.
Thank you.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed the show.
All right,
Yeah.
maybe I'll
All
pass
right,
out.
peace.